where my condition is. But that being not, an off-ice condition. So I know the first week of training camp is always really hard until you get to the point where you are physically on the ice and to do the things you have to do out there to be competitive. So I think I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to do what I need to do out there to play my game and help, more than anything, be able to help the team. So we'll have to see when that point is.
For the game, is it one at all?
Yeah, it's probably been better the last, or as good as it's ever been, I think, the last few years. I've been that's why I think last year was frustrating. I felt it was a lot of fun to play hockey. At the same time, we struggled. And so it was a very mixed emotional season. But when I look back at it, I really enjoyed playing, and I felt that I was strong on the ice and playing good. So hopefully I can pick up where I left off.
Leah Hendry from Sundin.
Yep.
Mike Brown had to give up his number 13 for you. Are you taking over?
I told him I can play with 15. I have no problem with that. So I don't know. That happened before I came here. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have mind playing with a different number. But I'll have to. I owe him something for sure.
Are you superstitious about your number?
Actually, I'm not. So as I said, I wouldn't have mind playing with a different number.
Regular watching Expressing Sweden highlights. You saw the Canucks in LA in November playing live against the Kings. How much have you followed them on TV, and do you think this team would measure up against Detroit and San Jose in the Western Conference?
Yeah, definitely. I watched the Canucks a few times, and obviously I feel that the Canucks have a good enough team to be strong in the playoffs. Saying that, though, I'm no more than anyone that I played 17 years in this league. I realized that you don't pick a winner or who's going to win a Stanley Cup. That's just, the league is too competitive. But I definitely feel that the Vancouver Canucks have a good enough team to be competitive in the playoffs.
Back here and then Farhan and then we're...
Here? Yeah. Terry Donnelly, CBC. You kind of spoke to it here, but what was it about the Vancouver Canucks when you looked at a team to join that you liked about the Canucks?
Well, I like the fact that Vancouver, when I become a free agent too, they talking to Mike Gillis about my role in the team and what their outlook was for the future of the team, and just watch the team this fall as well. I feel that they're a competitive team. I like the fact that I have a chance to play in Canada. I spent my whole career in Canada, so there's a lot of things that measured in. But the fact that they felt that I could help the team and contribute in some way, and they had a role for me early on, I think that was in the back of my mind throughout the whole process here.
Mats, did you think at all about traveling with the team on the two-game road trip tomorrow and getting another practice in or anything like that?
I think I'm not sure what I think I'm going to stay back actually, and I'm going to get some conditioning, skating, and the team is playing back-to-back, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of practicing actually. So I think I was told that I was going to stay back and work out and get ready.
Murph, Kristen.
Matt, back here. Dan Murphy with Rogers Sportsnet. Are you surprised how big of a deal this is with all the cameras, people at the airport? It seems to be a really, really big deal for everyone, news, sports.
Yeah, I am. But I mean, at the same time, we're in Canada, and hockey is it's the number one sport, and people care about the game, and so it's fun. But I am surprised.
Kristen and then CD.
Matt, so I have Kristen from the Score. Would you want to ease yourself in, maybe play kind of fourth line minutes, play on the power play and sort of work your way in, or do you feel that when you're ready to play, then you want to be in the role you're in?
Well, I haven't even talked to the coaches about my role, so we'll see. I don't really care. You know, I'm going to try to do or prepare. So once I start playing, I'm going to, whenever I'm on the ice, I'm going to try to be as good as I can be and help the team in whatever role they want me to be. And I leave that to the coaches, you know, the minutes and who I'm going to play with and all that. We'll see what happens.
This is the first time that you've walked into some place as a newcomer. Nobody knows you. What is that like mentally to walk into some place where nobody really knows what you've got to do?
Yeah, it's, but I think I played hockey since.
Just wondering how it felt to walk in your dressing room that wasn't 12
Well, it's a different feeling for sure. I think at this, sorry, yeah. Is it on? Yeah. Well, I think at this point, it's nice to be back on the ice more than I come in a dressing room. I think I haven't obviously been in the locker room now for almost 9 months, and that's something I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to play this season again, is to get back into the dressing room and get back on the ice and compete against the best players in the world in the National Hockey League. So it was a great day today. It was a lot of fun. As the team or city or? Yeah, I've been in Vancouver many times, obviously. I love Vancouver as a city. And, you know, everything. I just met the guys, obviously, but it seems to be a really great group of guys. And I feel very welcome so far.
This is International TV. During the hiatus, what were you thinking about and why did you have to take a hiatus?
Well, I think last season, the way it ended for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it was a tough season overall for myself and for the team, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue my NHL career. So saying that though, you know, once the season started this year, I've been watching the game and realizing that I am 37 years old, and for me to, if I was going to compete in the National Hockey League again, it would have to be this season. And I think just a couple of weeks before signing with Vancouver, I decided I want to get back playing and competing against the best players in the world. So.
Jay, Ben, Ian.
Matt, it's Jay Janwer, Global Sports. First off, do you have a time frame in your mind when you want to play your first game? And chatting with guys who had sat out before, like Scott Niedermayer said, it was one of the toughest things he's had to do, and he'd never do it again.
Yeah.
What do you foresee being your biggest challenge?
Yeah,
Peaks and the valleys?
yeah. I don't underestimate the challenge to come in mid-season. I realize that all the players are in mid-season form. Saying that though, I think I prepared as good as I can, not skating. So look at myself as being as going in a training camp kind of shape, and the thing missing for me is the skating and up-tempo practice with the National Hockey League practices and games, obviously. So saying that, I'm not sure. It's going to be a decision, obviously, for the coaches and to see when I'm at that point, you know, with the intensity and everything that it takes. So I haven't talked about any date with the coaches, but I'm sure that will develop as we go on in practice.
You know your body better than anybody else. Where are you at right now in terms of the conditioning and then trying to get those legs?
Yeah, as I said, I think I'm in really good shape. I'm in the type of shape as going in a training camp. And saying that though, as I said, obviously skating with a lower intensity kind of team the last few weeks, it's not the same as skating with the National Hockey League players. So that's going to be the challenge for myself to get the legs and get the intensity out practicing that it takes to play in the National Hockey League. So we'll see how long that's going to take.
Hey Matt, Ben Kuzma in the Vancouver province. It's been about a dozen days since you came to the Ferns. Was there any thought process of getting here sooner, and can you explain what your timetable was to come to this point today?
Yeah, well, I don't know why, but we said that I was going to join the team the 28th or 29th after Christmas, and that's what it is right now. And I've been working out and try to prepare physically and mentally to join the team, as I said. And it was nice to skate today with the team. I think that's gonna. I mean, that's a little thing that I'm missing to get the practicing and all that up, skating with the group.